What up, world? You tuned in. South Arkansas Trill Talk. One of the Trill shows out there. One-on-one sit down out there. I salute everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Call in day, man. Been doing my thing for a minute out there, man. And like I tell people, man, anybody can do this, man. It's all about elevating. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, keep your shit going, man, and keeping the pound on one accord, man. And shout out to my people in the pound out there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, shout out to all my homies out there that doing their thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? UNA stay doing your thing. Much love out there. You know what I'm saying? Much love to everybody all over the state, from North Arkansas, East Arkansas, West Arkansas, definitely South Arkansas. Shit, shout out to all of the underdogs, whether you're in Camden, whether you're in Magnolia, shit, whether you're in the pound, whether you're in the undercut cities around, Strong, shit, Hoodie, you know what I'm saying? Whether you from Dumas, shit, whether you from Lake Village, whether you from Texarkana, shit, whether you doing this, shit, man. But shout out to my homegirl coming out there, you know what I'm saying? In time for the holidays, you know, I always get all the legends out there, you know what I'm saying? Let her come out here and share her experience, you know what I'm saying, with her experience of being in the game and being in the salon game out there. I salute you for coming through. And much love to everybody in Arkansas. You consistent out there. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas out there. And prayers to all of our families out there that's grieving around the holidays. I salute you with prayers. Keep your holidays going, man. You can't hear me out there, let me know, man. But I'm going to go and add it to a camera, let a vibe too, man. And we just chill, trip, man. Trill Talk. You know what I'm saying? 118 out there, I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? Much love out there. What's up, homie?
What's up? What's going on?
Not shit. I'm going to get the music right and shit, you know what I'm saying? Back in the background, man. Little platform I started, you know what I'm saying, for us that's not around there, that do their thing away from town and keep doing their thing, man. Salute people out there. Tell people who you is, man, and tell people what made you go into the salon game and stay consistent and doing your dream out there. Tell them about yourself out there.
So, my name is Keisha Tate. You know, I'm from El Dorado, by way of Atlanta, Georgia. I've been in the hair game about 27 years. Now I'm also in the makeup game. What inspired me to be a hairstylist is, you know, is pretty much a natural talent in my family. You know, my grandmother did hair, and then I had people to do hair on my father's side as well. So it's just like a natural gift and talent that God gave me, you know. So I just took advantage of it. Yes. And I love to, you know, edify women, make women feel better about themselves, you know, just make them feel beautiful. So that's just something that I love doing and being there for people.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, man, how you feel being home for the holidays? It's strange? Is it boring? Too cold for you? What can you say about
Well,
that?
it's cold everywhere. I mean, it's cold in Atlanta, but it feels good to be home around family, you know, your loved ones. You know, it's always good to do that during the holidays. So I'm good. You know, I always on the go. So, you know, sit back chilling at home is you know, all right for me, you know. So
You had hard times out there traveling with the planes and, you know, the weather basically on getting here because, you know, it ain't nothing but a skip and a hop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what do you think about the women out there these days that's in the makeup game and, you know what I'm saying, creating a business with that? And what can you say about having the best business tactics that's going with the makeup game? How can people get into that that's from these country towns?
So pretty much, I mean, you just got to get connected with the right people. First of all, you got to be very, I'll say, focused, you know, and determined to do it. I mean, moving to Atlanta, being out of any bigger city, going into like follow your dreams, you have to really be focused and serious about what you're doing. Like it ain't no partying, it ain't none of that. You have to be focused on what you're doing, and you got to get connected to the right people and stay persistent. So that's the key to being successful in the game and being true to yourself and manage your money and having good business ethics and treating your customer right and creating those relationships that are going to help you get further down the road in that business.
That's what's up. What can you say about, because every time you turn around, somebody want to move to Atlanta, but they don't never ever want to know that it's the cost of living around there is high as hell sometimes. People stay around it. But what can you say about the cost of living on people just always want to turn up and move to Atlanta? What can you say?
Cost of living is expensive in Atlanta, and especially after the pandemic, post-pandemic, hey, everything, inflation is through the roof. So, you have to have your money saved up. And like I said, you have to be focused on what you're doing. You can't be out there playing, trying to party and do this and do that. You're going to catch yourself losing. You're going to catch yourself behind. Because if you're not focused on your game, and most of the people in Atlanta, they hustlers, you know what I'm saying, and go-getters. And they focus on getting to the money, more than they are partner. They do that too. And sometimes when they do, they get paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just make it make sense. That's what I got to tell you. Be about your business, because if you're not about your business, you're going to catch yourself, behind, like I said.
Can you say about, we do the outside, like I would say, Atlanta got a lot of people from Atlanta. What can you say about the takeoff situation based upon, staying around there and what's in the hype about that? You see what I'm saying? What can you say about the people interact to the outside of Atlanta?
So that was a really sad situation for the city. That was like a loss, the Migos, they're really popular in Atlanta and everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of hurt the city, it wasn't a good feeling, like Atlanta most definitely took a loss when Takeoff, got killed, and I really hate that. Hate that for his family, and his his loved ones and his fans, because it really hurt, all of us when that happened. And it's so unfortunate, really hate that. But, it's just like, I just wish that, things would change in our community with our entertainment, with the way we do things, it's just, I just hope that there's a change, and something like that will bring people together, you know what I'm saying, versus dividing them, so.
Yeah. What can you say about originality of basically like having your own unique style or going somewhere? Do you think that's more important after 30 days of being original than going somewhere and, trying to adapt to what they doing? What you think about the people that keep original of where they come from sometimes?
I salute people that keep their originality, because that's who makes you who you are. You know what I'm saying? You can only be who you are. And if you go and try to be somebody else, how long can you do that? It's going to run out eventually. You got to be yourself. Yeah. Being original, I'm for it. I've always been that type of person, and I'm always for that. That's what I believe in, being original, keeping it real.
What can you say about the people out there that's chasing the strip game out there? I know it's a lot of strip clubs around that way, as far as people staying focused on doing their business and doing that. Do you think that's a bad thing sometimes when people be doing stripping out there? What can you say about this sometimes with the women?
I can't knock nobody hustle for what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? But people have to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much all I can say on that one. You got to do what you got to do. So.
If you want to know a question like that, what can you say about niggas going out there and thinking 1 minute they go to Atlanta and they were Ted, now they know what I'm saying, now they Keisha out there, you feel me? And a lot of people think going down there, that's a down low city. Do you think that based upon what's going on in the past, some time bullshit, you think that men out there these days, is that nasty for them to know that they like that on the low, but they sleeping with women over here. You feel me? What can you say about that these days? These niggas are all acting like they hard, or they well, but the whole time they sneaking over here doing this behind their back. What can you say to the ones that's poisoning our women out there?
All I can say is what's done in the dark will come to the light. That's all I can say
Yeah.
on that. Cause that's all I can say on that. What's done in the dark comes to the light. You know.
Do you think it's a respect thing when it come to our kids out there on dealing with that sometimes? Because, you know, people don't look at it as a bad thing, but it's coming more aggressive on the cartoons, the movies, even on how we learn things. Do you think that's a good thing on the look for our generations to come on how they putting it out there? Because, you know, back then, it was respectful and you hear it, and people didn't know right to these days. But you think that's a bad thing dealing with this internet too?
Well, number one, it's so much bad stuff on the internet. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's so much stuff. And if you want to keep your kids from doing certain things and watching certain things, you need to monitor what they're doing. You know, because a lot of people
yeah,
don't know what their kids doing. They don't keep up with their cell phones. You don't know what the kids doing or what they into. It's more than just that out there. You know what I'm saying? And I just like I feel like these kids nowadays, they are a little bit more advanced than us.
yeah,
They have technology in school. We had typewriters, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that. So that puts them 2 or 4 steps ahead, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I don't knock nobody for what they like. I don't have kids, so that's kind of, you know, hard for me to dive into because, you know, like I said, I don't have kids, but I believe that people should monitor their kids and know what they watching and pay attention to what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it starts at home with what a lot of kids are doing now because they go into different things to get attention and then they get it at home. So it could be the wrong type of attention or,
yeah,
you know, it could be the streets, it could be, you know, whatever it is out there, whatever vice it is out there, they need to pay attention to your kids so you know what your kids are doing, you know, and so many people have their own beliefs about things and what's right and what's wrong. But you know, me, I mean, I have a Christian upbringing. You know what I'm saying? So I follow that. You know, so you just
yeah.
so much out there.
Do you think more as like, you know, we look at it like they chose technology than more outside these days. Feel me? We was outside. What can you say about moving from the country to an inner city on that big chain? Because now, you know, you learn both sides of the tracks. And like me, I'm conducted to the inner city now because I done stayed in the country and they laws different. What can you say about laws these days on things that was laws in the country? You feel me? Then now it's not that difficult in the inner city part is how you live. What can you say inner city living to you and country living too? How that play a part based on it might be cooking good. You feel me?
Yeah.
What country tactics you take to the inner city these days?
So I believe like living in the inner city is more laxed when it comes to certain things, so regulations, laws. You got so many people, you can only monitor so many people. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we live at the police, they don't even come because of COVID. They might not come. They tell you they might not come. Like you
Yeah,
don't live without me. They're coming. Depends on
yeah,
how serious it is or what it's about, what time of day it is, how many calls they got. They might call you. You
yeah,
might call them. You might get a voicemail. They may say, "Can you call me back in about 15 minutes?" You know,
yeah,
so it's crazy. But here, I mean, you know, things are stricter. I think because it's so much a smaller town, you know, and people know each other, and some people haven't tapped into, you know, a inner city life. So they only know what they know, and that's what they stay with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know, you go to a larger city or town, you're gonna experience more because you're gonna meet more people. It's more things to do, more places to go, more things for you to see. So it's gonna expand your horizon and the way you think. You know, so if you're still in the same area and then you keep seeing the same thing, you're gonna think a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You're only gonna think within the things that you know. When you're in the city, you constantly probably seeing different things every day. People from different countries, people from, different races, creeds, just different beliefs, different all kind of stuff. So it's just kind of broadening your horizons, which I think is always good. To go out and venture, and see different things. But I think nothing can beat, and I'm just being honest, your hometown um morals. You know what I'm saying? Like what you know
Yeah,
is
yeah,
right. How your grandma raised you, how your mama raised you. You stick with that, take that everywhere you go. You gonna be okay. Put
yeah,
God first. So yeah, that's how I feel about that.
yeah. I was just thinking about what you were saying with that. What you think about that? Like people places come back home where they at and all that, and dealing with the voting out there and want the city to change type stuff on, like the new generation style, but everything done the old way out there. What can you say about the old way of things being done, like being in the country from now to old back then? It might still be the same way of things ran. You feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying? What can you say about that new generation that don't have too much to do, but probably been out experience stuff, probably came back, want to do home instead of going out in the world sometime. You see what I'm saying? What can you say about what needs to change with the voting on that? Because people don't vote. It's more black people in that area, and people, and it's still, they still have to split the votes type shit. Feel me? Or they might don't have even people voting in their district from the council parts. Won't it don't even be enough votes for the blacks? And then it sure ain't gonna be none for this color. I ain't gonna say no whites or Hispanics. It just don't be enough for blacks that live in the area type stuff. What can you say about the inner city, that country voting from the inner city vote? What's done different to you? Have you seen with that?
Well, let me tell you something. When it was time for us to reelect our senator and our governor, they sent me a pack, a T-shirt, a Black Girls Vote T-shirt. They sent me some rap snacks, um, some stickers, all kind of cute
Yeah,
stuff to get me to make sure I went to go vote. And I live in a predominantly white area, so they
yeah,
sought me. They found me and they targeted me because they wanted to make sure, even though I was in the area, they checked out the demographic to see how many black people lived in that area, how many white people, how
yeah,
many, and they mailed out stuff to make sure that we came out and vote. Now that's the advantage of being in the inner city because you have more black leaders that speak up and, have a voice,
yeah,
and they're solely focused on black people voting, empowerment, and all that. With Atlanta being a majority of us being black there, that's going to be very, very important. So they really focus on that, and they
yeah,
prioritize people coming out to vote. They text your phone, they call you, they knock on your door, they have commercials. It's always something to remind you to get out and vote. That's one thing about it,
yeah,
and that can be months ahead of time. So
yeah,
most, like I said, in the inner city, most of them have a voice, can be heard and know where to reach other people and go out and to reach others. Versus being in a small town, it may not be so, already feel like so and so gonna win because who he is or what So it just depends on when you're in small towns. I feel like if you come up with more organizations that are focused on voting, people of color voting, young people voting, of just focused on that. I think that you could probably get a better turnout when it comes to voting, in small areas when
yeah.
it's not as many blacks or whatever.
You
So
think that play a big part in, like, cause people don't see nothing change if people, like, it's based upon who the majority go to. If they know a lot of people or certain people that do a lot for the communities and all that, they vote might count way more than just the people time. You see what I'm saying? Because they go donate regardless, you know what I'm saying? They donation might mean something, but that be a big part of the city matter on how things change to this internet with the young kids these days. You know what I'm saying? What can you say about this internet and the G code these days, based upon people get out here and tell on themselves, or they take this and they use this as a weapon? You see what I'm saying? What can you say about keeping stuff that was real life off the internet than keeping stuff? Because, you know, it probably took away from a lot of people fun these days, where sometimes people used to go all out type have fun, but now they don't do that because they know they can be recorded. What can you say about the internet with the kids these days and being recorded on everything they're doing, even sometimes help out there? What can you say about that?
Well, the internet is undefeated. I can say that.
Yeah.
If you don't want it out there and you don't want nobody to know, don't put it on there. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. Because
Yeah.
how they gonna know unless you tell them? If you put it out there, hey, it's gonna go. It's just gonna go.
Yeah.
Well, whether it's small, big or small, it's gonna go. And if it's a
Yeah.
drum or something, it's really gonna go. You know. So it just depends on, like, if you want people all in your business and you like to let them know your every move or what's going on in your relationship or whatever, then hey, go ahead. You know, that ain't me. I don't like all my business out like that. So, but kids nowadays, they're tech savvy. That's how they grow. They're growing up. They're growing up with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all those social media platforms. That's a part of life for them. You know what I'm saying? Just like probably like video games when we was coming up and stuff. You know, we was more focused on stuff like that or whatever it was going on during that time. But that's the way of life for them now. We're just in that age now where that's what they want to do. They want to put everything on social media. Social media
Yeah.
driven people.
What can you say? We'll go three. I'm gonna put them all together. Bullying, suicide, and mental health. What can you say about all them three dealing with just like this internet and real world out there? What can you say about them three out there?
With the bullying or whatever, I just think if you ain't on there, you can't get bullied. I mean, if you that's how you living and that's how you socialize and you're a social media person and whatever gets you to the point where you get bullied, I mean, all you do is turn it off. You know,
Yeah.
you have to sit there and listen and pay attention to it. But if you not, I mean, they can't do it. I mean, you allowing some things you do have control over. You have control over your cell phone. You have control over your computer or whatever device that you use. And if you sit there and entertain it, I mean, that's what you want to do. Because if somebody, saying something to me that I don't like, I'm gonna turn them off. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna block or whatever. It's just like whatever you want to entertain. If you entertaining that, you opening the door for that.
Yeah. Main thing. One more. What can you say about time and money? Which one you think important to you?
If I got more time, I can make more money.
Yeah.
Money can
What about
run
money
out.
with that?
You can't
Money go come and go, huh?
come and go. I need my time.
That's
Most
what's
definitely.
up. Yeah. What can you say about relationship in 2023 out there on trust? You think trust start just by sex, or trust start by knowing what you collaborate or have a business on, or anyway when it comes to trusting somebody out there? You think it's from the heart or from the pocket? Which one is more based upon trust 2023? What can you say about relationship?
Ooh, you hit me with that one right there. Relationship. Trust. All I can see, I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
Hey, if the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Like, hey, whatever you show me, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me. You could tell me,
Yeah.
Keisha, the sky is green. You know what I'm saying? I go out there and see it's blue. I don't know what to tell you no more because you just sat there and told me a lie. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got one time to really tell me a lie. I already know. You know,
Yeah.
I had that gift where I can know when somebody's telling me a lie. So that's kind of how I kind of operate. I go off my intuition. So that's how it's gonna be for 2023 and so on. My gut feeling, because people they tell you what you want to hear.
I feel you on
Even
that.
if they won't. So,
Hey, if you could change one thing, what will it be, and what would you do different?
I would be more patient with myself. Yeah. At times I have been impatient and moved sporadically or been spontaneous. I would be more patient. Patience is a virtue. I learned that with time.
That's what's up. Man, tell them how to reach you, what you got going on anytime soon. You jumping anything off. You let people know how they can get out, get tickets, get to see you. Makeup shows coming up. What's your Instagram info?
So on March the 4th, we're going to bring the Beauty and Boss Expo back to El Dorado. March the 4th with me and Tamisha Maddox. March the 4th. We'll be putting out a flyer soon and letting you guys know. So it's for hairstylists, makeup artists, fashion designers, even music artists. If you got some people, we're gonna even do like a showcase for artists. So it's gonna be a little different, got a little twist to it this year. So if you want to be a vendor, or you want to buy a ticket, you want to participate in any kind of way, you can get in contact with me or Tamisha Maddox. And you can follow me at the world famous Keisha Tate on Instagram and Keisha Tate on Facebook. My number is in my bio. Or you can DM me or however you want to get in touch with me on Instagram or Facebook.
That's what's up. One more question I have to ask. I know it's out the river, but what is a good price for a twist? Like a lot of people like dreads. What is a decent price coming from an inner city on people having the right price and people having the, you know what I'm saying, the country price? Because sometimes people be thinking you paying too much for certain style, but if you go somewhere else, you might pay a little more. What can you say about the prices out there and change from the pandemic and all that? I just want to hear that from somebody that's in the game.
Really went through the roof on hair. Now, twist, a basic, that depends on how long the hair is and how thick it is. That's how I go. So if the hair is, I'll say, got maybe like 4 to 6 inches, you just want to retouch, get a retwist. That's probably gonna start you off like at $75, $85. Now you get it retwisted and getting a style and all that, it's gonna be up there. It depends on the stylist and how much time it's gonna take. So that's kind of like a really tricky question because it just depends on where you are and how much time the stylist is gonna be putting into that client. Because twist, it could be getting the roots retwisted, or it could be getting it retwisted and styled, put up in a bun, or getting something else done to it. They doing so much different stuff now.
Yeah, that's I just wanted to ask you that because sometimes people be overcharging and people don't be knowing, and that's just, you know what I'm saying, from a business perspective of keeping good business. You see what I'm saying? But much love out there. This South Arkansas Trill Talk, part 18, tuned in. Keisha Tate, man, like you say, where you say you be in El Dorado, March the 5th. Y'all be doing the event. March the 4th. That's it, man. We trying to stay consistent all year, man. Stay in touch. You get anything and the products, man, hit me up right here. This for us. This for the ones that ain't at home no more but doing their thing somewhere else. I just like to give them the experience, give you flowers. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing you, keep being independent like you been, and keep you know what I'm saying, leading the way, man. Because I know you've been carrying torch for a long time out there. What can you say about passing the torch to the right people sometimes, but then a selfish person? Because sometimes you pass the torch to the wrong people, search go down instead of come up. What can you say about torch passing these?
All you can do is give. You know what I'm saying? What they do with it, when they get it, that's on them. Because you going to get yours.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's all about them, what they can do with it. Okay. When you drop it off, it ain't in your hands no more. You get to hope they do the right thing with it. Because you already did it.
Yeah. Much love out there, man. Tune in. Happy holidays out there. Stay safe. Drive safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we'll get it too, man. Much love out there. Take care.
Okay, you too.
All right.